Hi there folks, Borislav247 here with another Days Gone mission video. And on this video I'm going to show you all the easiest ways that there are in order to take out the mission that's called Didn't Want to Join Up. Now, a really fun mission to take on because there is so many options available to you. And this particular mission is also quite interesting because you have a breaker that is always nearby as well as a screamer. Not only that, but you have 8 marauders to contend with. There is 2 that are patrolling the outer boundaries and 6 inside the camp. So, before I get to the action, just a couple of things that I want to point out. The first is that I'm taking on this mission on Survivor 2 difficulty. So this is as difficult as it will ever get. And the second thing to point out is that I'm only using weapons that would be available to you around the time that you'd be taking on this particular mission. But let's be honest folks, there is some pretty decent weapons available to you at this stage in the game, so it always helps. Right then, let's get to it. Right then, this particular mission has to be assigned to you, and it's Captain Curry at Diamond Lake who issues you with this particular mission. So just going to head over and see what the big man has got to say.
Corporal, Deacon, good. Thank you for reporting in so quickly.
It sounded urgent, sir.
It is. We have another hostage situation.
Hostage? Damn, it seems like every squatter within a dozen miles has it in for us, or for the militia. You know, I mean...
It does seem that way. I've marked his last known position on your map. He's just a kid, St. John. Private Ross. Ethan. I sent him to track down a group of marauders, and he must have gotten in over his head.
Private Ross. I don't know him, but, I'll get him out alive, Captain.
Good luck, St. John. Dismissed.
Right then, now that the mission is unlocked, let's take a look on the map to find out exactly where the action is going to take place. And it's a fair old bike ride to get over to this location because it is over on the east side of Highway 97. So, let's do this. Right then folks, for the first method I'm going to be using the breaker in order to take out this entire camp. Now, that's whereabouts I am on the map, very close to the first and only clue that you are actually meant to find in this area. But I want to show right now the only weapon I'm going to be using is going to be one frag grenade. And a lot of people might be thinking at this point, oh yeah, I know exactly where you're going to be throwing that from as well. But you'd be wrong. So, I've activated the clue. See the footprints appear. I'm activating the map here. I'll only get on screen very briefly because I'm playing on Survival 2 difficulty here. But I am heading to a very specific location. Now, most people at this point will be thinking, Boris, what the hell are you doing? There is some bush areas over there very near those 2 guards and the gate that you're looking to blow up. Why don't you just hide in those bushes, throw the grenade, and just let the breaker come over and take care of business? Well, the answer is a very simple one. This breaker knows exactly where you are. It doesn't matter where you're hiding, this breaker will find you. And that's the very reason why I'm heading right around the side of this particular camp to a location that I'm not that far away from, and then I'm going to throw the grenade. And this is another thing folks, a lot of people might also question, well look, you just need one explosion, why don't you throw something like say a pipe bomb? Well, the trouble you have here from this position is that you can only throw a throwable so far, and you're never going to get any throwable really close to that gate. And because of that, you need to go with the most powerful throwable that you have, and that is a grenade. Because the pipe bomb just does not cut it. The grenade just has that bit of extra power that gets the job done, and it blows the gate open nicely. So from here, I've actually got protection for when this breaker arrives because it won't be long in joining the party here. And just watch this. This will just prove beyond all doubt that this breaker is just ridiculously in tune with where you are. It's come straight over to me. But very unusually, it's actually gone straight away from me. That doesn't normally happen. If the breaker stays beside the fence line, just go for one of your throwable items, like say a rock or a flashbang, and aim it towards the marauders. If you do that, about 2 or 3 seconds later, the breaker will actually go and attack the rest of the camp. So anyhow, that's something well worth knowing. But anyhow, at this point, I'm just letting the breaker do its thing. And oh god, we've even got the screamer coming into the mix here, so happy days. This breaker usually isn't too long with this lot. So yeah, some really brutal kills going on here. And yeah, this is a very nice method indeed for getting the job done, because it's very, very little risk to you. Okay, what the fuck? I think I've just seen Casper the very unfriendly ghost make an appearance. That's slightly bizarre. Okay. And, oh holy shit, Casper's at it again. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, the game has clearly glitched a touch there, but it's all good. The breaker has done its job. It's now leaving the camp, and I've got a very easy way to get into the camp indeed, because there is a secret entrance right over here. Just head in through the fence line there, and from here, yep, it's a nice easy job. This camp has been cleared out. Just need to head over to Private Ross, and I will trigger the cutscene.
I presume, yeah? How you doing, buddy?
Corporal, man, am I glad to see you.
Yeah? You didn't want to join up with those assholes?
Hell no. And I had no idea what they were gonna do to me.
Yeah, well, it wasn't gonna be good. Are you good to get out of here on your own?
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, man.
And there we go, folks. That is the job done. In my opinion, the easiest way to take out this particular mission. And worth noting, I'm not going to be showing that cutscene after every particular method that I show. I just wanted to show that for the very first run. And I'm also not quite finished yet, because before I go to the next mission, I'm going to take out this bloody breaker, because it's heading away, it's done its job, but I'm not quite fulfilled yet, because I want to kill this son of a bitch. So it's over there, I can hear it just bloody growling away as it does. So I do have the executioner skill, which is required in order to take out a breaker like that, but there we go, job done. Okay, on to the next method, folks. Right then, although I still consider the breaker method that I've just shown to be the easiest, the sniper rifle method is a very close second. Now, just going to show again exactly where I am on the map. In fact, for the rest of these methods, I'm going to be starting from this area every time. And I will even take the time to activate the clue every time, even though I don't have to. If you know what the location of the camp, you can go straight for it. But I'm so close, so what the hell. Right. I'm going to show exactly where my point of attack is going to be from, because it's over to my left. There's a great number of vehicles over there by the bridge, and I'm going to set myself up right beside that blue van. Just want to make sure that I've got a suppressor in place. And another thing to note, all these vehicles here on the bridge you cannot climb onto. So for anyone wondering why I'm not climbing on any of them for an extra height advantage, that is the reason. You simply can't. But from here, I'm going to go to town on this lot, and because it's a BFG, I don't even require headshots. And while I'm taking this lot out here, I just want to point out exactly why there is a slight element of risk when taking out the camp this way. And it's all to do with the marauders. If any of the marauders happen to see you and start to return gunfire, you are going to get the breaker on your case that is just below the bridge. But that is the only risk. Right now, that is 7 of the 8 marauders taken out. I'm not seeing the last one, so that's fine. I'm going to go in closer to get the final kill. Yep, I can hear the breaker down there, but I have no intention of alerting it whatsoever. So for that reason alone, I will not be blowing the gate open. There is no reason to. But I do see a bit of movement down there, and there we go. That is the last Marauder. Happy days. So from here, it's just a case of working my way right around the camp and getting in via the loose fence line over on the other side. And there we go. That is a pretty damn solid method. But as I mentioned before, do be aware that if one shot goes off from the camp, even though it is from the camp, the breaker will come to your position. So do be aware of that, folks. Because if it does happen, you will find out in the worst possible way. But yeah, here we go. Inside, just going to head over to Private Ross, which would normally trigger a cutscene, but of course I'm editing this one out. Job done. Okay, on to the next method, folks. Right then, the third method is a conventional method, albeit with a slight twist. But again, just going to show exactly where I am on the map, and because I'm so close to the one and only clue, I'm going to activate it. And then I'm going to get to work. Now, not that much that I require in order to get the job done with this method. My primary is a Chicago chopper. Again, you just require a trust level 2 in order to unlock that from Wizard Island. And you should have plenty of flashbangs at this point in the game. And the flashbang is very important, because this one is all about misdirection. So, heading very quickly over to this area here. Now I start to take my time a bit more. Don't want to be seen by those two Marauders that are by that gate. Now at this point, flashbang just right over here, quite literally just over the rock area there. I want it going off so that all the Marauders' attention is to this side of the camp. And that will, very nicely, allow me to enter the camp unseen. Now once I get into the camp, the Marauders seem to have a sixth sense, and all of a sudden they start moving about, but they don't know where I am. And I will use that advantage to very good effect. I'm not even going to take a look at where they all actually are. I'm just getting in there, getting to this bush section here, and now they're going to suffer. Here we go. And Chicago chopper, so I am going for headshots whenever possible. So there we go. Already I've got 3 of them taken care of. Normally at least one of the Marauders from over the far side of the camp will come running over. Thank you very much. That one didn't disappoint. Now, am I going to get this one as well? Maybe not. It's a long shot. Do you know what? I can get that one at closer range. So taking that one out of the picture. Now I'm looking for the 2 that are on the outside of the perimeter here, and some very easy headshots. And just when I say that, yeah, took 3 shots to take that one out. That is piss poor Boris, but never mind, it's still all good. Where is this last Marauder? Because there is only one left. Yep, they must be over that. There we go. I'm definitely going to get the jump on this one. He's not going to see what's coming, which is a bullet in his forehead, of course. And there we go. That is the conventional method, done and dusted. The flashbang makes all the difference. Okay, on to the next method, folks. Right then, folks, for the 4th method, I am going to be using one of the most underrated weapons in the entire Days Gone game, and that is residue bolts. Now, there is an argument from a lot of people that once you have the use of a BFG, do you really require to be carrying a crossbow around? And truthfully, I could bring up arguments on both sides, but the power of these bad boys cannot be underestimated, and they can make even some of the toughest situations become very easy ones indeed. And I'm going to show that right now. Not that I consider this to be a ridiculously tough mission. There is only 8 Marauders at the end of the day, and they all don't have any armour, which, especially when it comes to using residue bolts, makes the job here a very easy one indeed. So, I am going to start the action though, outside of the camp. And I'm not fussed about all the gunfire that may start off because, again, I'm not going to touch the gate, so I know that breaker that is going to come over will not be able to get inside the camp. So now, just got the usual long-winded affair to get round to the other side. But by the time I do get round to the other side, the action should have started, and then I can just start to pick off any targets that I see fit. And I will take the time if there is any easy kills that present themselves. I will take them out with another silenced weapon. Probably my Chicago chopper. Anyhow, let's get the party started here in earnest. As I said before, none of these Marauders have armour, so I can hit them anywhere. But now I just want to get a good view of what's going on. And yeah, already got a few throw balls coming into the equation. Very nice. Yep. Just get another residue bolt in effect here.
Don't shoot him, let him burn.
And yeah, I did say if I get any easy shots, I'm going to take them. And you know what? There we go. Thank you very much. Not going to affect too much what's going on here. Okay, I might be having to wait a wee while here because these two are quite some way away from each other, so there's not going to be a quick kill here, that's for sure. So, just going to let this play out. I will eventually enter the camp and just clean up whatever is left. I'm just waiting to see the outcome of this here, and yeah, it's the one that's under the influence that has been killed. So, I'll just enter the camp now, and there should only be one left. I'll get confirmation from Deke, because once he's killed them all, he normally lets out a shout saying that was a lot of goddamn Marauders. So, there we go. There is the confirmation, that's definitely all of them, and yes, I can hear that breaker, but I'm not worried. The breaker cannot get in, so there we go. The job is done. Very nice. Right then, on to the next method. Right then, folks, if there was ever a mission that you wanted to use incendiary bolts on, this mission is as good as it gets, because the incendiary bolts are exceptionally quiet, which is very handy given the way that I'm going to be taking out this camp here. But also, all of the Marauders here don't have armour, so you don't need to worry whereabouts you hit them in order to kill them. But do make sure that you have the knocked up skill activated before using incendiary bolts. On lower difficulty levels, you will probably get away with one-hit kills without this skill in effect. However, on Survivor 2 difficulty, it's a different story. So, I just like to point that out every time, just in case any people do have problems and they're wondering why they're not getting kills with the incendiary bolts first time every time. So from here, this is going to be a very quick fare indeed. Heading over to the main gate, there is 2 lazy-ass Marauders that are always just standing there talking. So, they're not going to be long to take out the picture. And there is a third one that's always up in that high point there. And there we go. That's 3 of the 8 taken care of straight away. I'm going to move around to get the rest. And holy shit! That was not my work, by the way. I don't know what's done that. In fact, it's probably that bloody breaker that's underneath the bridge. However, I'm moving on. Just want to get round to the other side here, and this will give me a good vantage point in terms of getting the rest of these Marauders. I will eventually enter the camp, but I will expect to have most of them, if not all of them, taken out when I do. So, just heading up over here, because this gives you the best view. And then I can get my bearings. Now I can start to move over a touch, and here we go. So, I always like to go for the ones that are not moving about too much. they are the easiest targets. And okay, what have we got now? Right, okay, this one could be a tad tricky. And you son of a bitch, missed him. However, I'm not going to miss you with the second one. Right. Okay, might as well get some more crafted. Now I'm going in. I haven't been counting, so I'm not sure how many I've got to take out, but I haven't heard a confirmation of Deke yet, so I know there's definitely at least one more in this camp, possibly two. So I always like to move around it. In fact, I'm pretty sure I seen a marauder over there, and what the hell are you doing, Boris? Getting the incendiary bolts on, that's what I'm demonstrating here. Yeah, one over there.
That was a lot of goddamn marauders.
There we go.
Oh, Jesus.
There was just the one. And as well hidden as he thought he was, not hidden well enough. And there we go. That is the incendiary bolts. A fantastic way of taking out this mission. But I've saved one of the most fun methods for last. Yes, I think most people could guess what was coming for the last method, and it is a fantastic Horde option, because the particular Horde in question is the Groose Gardens Horde, and they are right over there. They're about 200 meters away if you are lucky. This Horde is also unlocked as soon as you get to the south, and they are 125 strong. To say that this is overkill is a massive understatement. So again, why break with tradition here? I'm going to activate that clue, but now I'm going over to get this lot. And I'm actually going to kill two birds with one stone here, because I'm also going to show a very easy kill location to take out the Groose Gardens Horde. Once they've done their job, of course, over at this particular camp. So, just need to head over here. They're in the building to my right as I was passing. Now on my left, and here we go. You don't have to do much to get this lot's attention. And because this camp is so close to their daytime location, you have no trouble whatsoever in getting them all over. So I'm just waiting, let them catch up. I am going to ditch the bike, but not just yet. I'll use the bike to get across the river here. Just ensures I'm getting over that a little bit quicker. Again, just making sure that there is minimum risk. One thing which will become quite obvious, of course, in order to make sure that this lot clear out this camp, you do have to make sure that that gate is blown wide open. And that's not a problem. I'm just going to look to use a pipe bomb to get the job done. And I just have to make sure that when I get reasonably close, once I've thrown the pipe bomb, I just want to make a slight detour, just in order to make sure that I'm far enough out of the way. But once that bad boy is blown, that's it. Get in, and then get onto this platform right here. You'll be lucky if you take any hits, because the marauders are going to have the hands full. And here is the easy kill location. This is beautiful. The Horde can get all of the marauders, but they can't touch you. And, yep, okay. I've got enough freakers to take out here, so do you know what? That screamer's going to get it. If you want to farm some extra ears, by all means, keep that screamer in play. They'll bring a few over every time. But I'm not interested in that here. I've just got a job to do. And the breaker, yep, the breaker is now here, so that's grand. You know what? The breaker is actually serving as a very nice attractor here, so I'll just get a grenade down there. I'll take care of, yeah, quite a number of freakers. Won't kill the breaker instantly, but the last of the Horde there have done the job. So just this lot to take out, because all the marauders, they're done for. And you don't have to worry about the hostage. They don't go for the hostage. I've done this on 4 or 5 occasions, testing this out, just to make sure that every time it went the way that it should. So here now, I'm just going to make my job very easy. Throw out an attractor. I'm not even going to fire another throwable over there. Just going to use the Chicago chopper there just to mow them all down. Now I know there's not many left at all, so I can come off this position. Just give myself a bit of space. Here we go. And that's it. 2 birds with 1 stone. I've just about taken care of the mission. I've taken care of that entire horde. And I'll get the ears for a breaker and a screamer as well. And there we go. That is didn't want to join up well and truly taken care of. Thank you so much for watching the video, folks, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Take care.